My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Welcome back, folks. Today, zooming in from our nation's capital, Ottawa, Ontario. Our special guest today is a real estate entrepreneur who's done a bunch of different things: passive investing, active investing, single family homes, multifamily properties. Now he's looking at getting into international investing down in the US of A. So we've got Mr. Rod Araujo, who is zooming in. Welcome, Rod. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, and thanks for having me.
My pleasure. All right, Rod. So tell us a little bit about your backstory. Where are you from originally? When did you come to Canada? And how did you get interested in real estate?
Absolutely. Well, I was born in Brazil, so South America, and I came to Canada 21 years ago. So it's quite a long time, I would say. Yeah. I came married with my wife, of course, and we are in Canada. Well, actually, we are public servants, so we work for the government. But real estate, it's always a passion of ours. So we started investing in real estate in 2013, after my daughter was born. So that time we purchased just a condo in downtown in Ottawa. At the time, we were extremely busy with the baby and with our career. So we thought, well, let's start simple with just one condo, and then see what happens. After a couple of years, we purchased a couple other income properties, but singles, townhomes here and there in Ottawa and in Arne Prior. Arne Prior is a secondary market about 35, 40 minutes from Ottawa. And at this point, we were doing well. However, cash flow wise, it was a little bit tight or even negative. Yeah. They are singles. So we start looking into alternatives. And a friend of mine, he said, well, now you need to escalate yourself. You need some multifamily in your portfolio. But our ignorance at the time, it was like, how come a public servant with a regular salary can, purchase like a 10 unit, 20 unit, $1 million property? Right. And then he said, yeah, well, not alone for sure. You need some partners. And there we go. Our journey started there. And
so when was the first multifamily purchase? What year was that?
2 years ago.
So right now we're in 2023. So 2021?
Correct. Yes.
Perfect.
So it was the middle of the pandemic. But before that, I have to say that, this friend of ours, he said, well, you need to be engaged in a community. And after that, we became members of the Wealth Genius. So Wealth Genius is, hosted, organized and created by Alfonso Quadra, our coach and mentor.
We've interviewed Alfonso and several of his coaches, so people are familiar with him for sure.
Yep. There we go. So then after maybe a few months, we refinanced 2 properties that we...
the smaller single family home type properties.
Smaller, yeah, exactly. And then, believe me, we were able to pay off our primary residence mortgage. So in that way, we took off a huge weight on our shoulders. And then we were able also to invest in the first multifamily.
So for the first multifamily, were you active partners or passive partners in that deal?
Passive.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So we are passive there. It's 16 units, brand new apartment in Prescott. It's about 1 hour from Ottawa. So again, brand new, beautiful. We are so proud of this partnership. And then we are involved in other multifamilies, private lending, land development, and so on.
So are you doing any more active real estate investing these days, Rod?
Yes, with our singles. We still have 3 income properties,
Uh-huh.
uh, singles.
Oh, with your singles. Got it. All
Yeah,
right. So you're
with our
you're
singles.
self-managing the properties that you originally bought. But are you doing
Correct.
any more active real estate investing for other deals, or you prefer to be more on the passive side?
Well, we are trying to get into more active in the multifamily.
Mhm.
However, with kids and jobs, we are currently working for the government.
Right.
Time it's a little bit limited for us.
Right.
So in other multifamily, we are still passive.
Makes sense. No, that makes a lot of sense. So, Rod, what have been some of your biggest lessons or the biggest takeaways going from the singles, actively real estate investing, actively doing those deals, to moving up into more of a passive role, but in much larger properties? What have been some of your big aha takeaway moments from that experience?
Well, first understand the market. So in
Mm.
order to understand the market, you need to expose yourself and invest in yourself. So it doesn't matter the community that you are enrolled to. Be present, be active, in those community.
Mhm.
Do networking as much as you can. I personally believe that if you are committed with with a community, you're going to stand out. You're going to stand out. You're going to learn from others' mistakes, and also you're going to find some partners
Mhm.
along your journey. So it's to me it's very important to be very active, as I said, and open mind. Open
So
mind.
maybe give the listeners some recommendations on what does being active actually look like. So when you guys first joined your community, you didn't have any multifamily investing experience. So what value did you bring, or how did you actively get involved in the community to create those relationships and to eventually create those partnerships?
Great question. Well, at the time, we were more, I would say, isolated because of the COVID. We were in the middle of
Right.
the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we were trying to do, Zoom as much as you can, do
Mhm.
network with other people, and trying to learn what's their, learning lessons,
Mhm.
challenges, and how can we find the best property, how to manage multifamily property as well, how do you do deals with sellers, and
Mhm.
how to find private lending opportunities. So we were trying to engage in our community
Mhm.
uh, in
So
order to
asking a lot of questions, I guess, and
absolutely a lot of
yeah.
questions. And also, I'm not sure about other communities, but we have the masterminds at
Mhm.
Wealth Genius. So we were, in every single mastermind, we were there listening,
Mhm.
learning, and also making sure that at the end we we ask questions, lots of
Mhm.
questions.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes
Also, you
sense.
have some books and stuff. But I mean, if one strategy that I learned through my journey is to try to help people. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter what kind of help, but you need to get in there. Like for example, if someone is challenging in some raising capital, for example, just reach out to this person and make sure to help, listen and help. Like okay, so if you are struggling in this kind of segment, maybe you can complement the other investor, and
Mhm.
maybe there's a partnership there to be
Mhm.
created. So we have to be creative, and
And
also
you're trying to provide value in the community. You're trying
absolutely
to help other people. It's not just taking and asking and asking. It's also wherever you can bring
exactly
your own world experience to try and help people out.
Yes, and for example, even if I have no solution, I try to bring someone more
So
knowledgeable to
connect
connect
people.
people. Yes, to
I
connect
don't know
people.
the solution, but I know the guy that does know the solution. Let me introduce you.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a huge value. That is wonderful. No, that's very, very good advice, Rod.
Hmm.
So, what are your goals and aspirations with real estate investing moving ahead? Let's say over the next 12 to 18 months. What do you and your wife want to accomplish?
Well, at this point, we are very happy with our investments here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
However, we are missing the cash flow aspect,
Mm-hmm.
just because our properties are new
Yeah.
and inflation is there, interest rates, are
Mm-hmm.
very, very high. So since we are missing this cash flow aspect on our investments, we are trying to find something more not only affordable but profitable in US. So
Mm-hmm.
we already have our legal structure kind of done. It's going to be done in a few days, I'd say,
Nice.
and we are learning and absorbing everything possible that it is available there in the states of Florida, Arizona, Texas, Ohio, and North Carolina. So we are trying to have more opportunities there,
Very
But
nice.
first, we
So
want
are
to
you kind of
learn.
moving into the United States along with your group, with your mentorship group, your coaching group, or is this outside of that?
Uh, I would say
Oh,
both of them. Yeah,
yeah.
both of them. Yeah, I would like to represent and organize events there for the
Mhm.
Wealth Genius. I
Okay,
want
yeah, that
to
makes
to be
sense.
a coach there as well.
So
I mean,
you want to be
continue
kind of
link
the Canadian investing in the United States expert, and you're looking at multifamily properties down there.
as well as well.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
So your
yeah.
first few deals down there, your first deal or two, are you hoping to be more of a passive partner to learn as you go, or are you wanting to be more on the active side for those deals?
It depends on the deal. It
Yeah.
depends on the capital needed. But in order to be more active, I believe that we need to be kind of there,
Mm,
for a few weeks or so. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna have this available time.
got it. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah. It's
mean?
challenging. You got
Yeah,
work, you got a family, you got responsibilities.
exactly, exactly. But if it is something that I find partners along the way, I can take, for example, 6 months and go.
Mm.
You know, I have this flexibility on my work,
Oh,
and
good.
then I can take like 6 months off and start something there. You know what I mean?
So if you could wave the realistic magic wand, Rod, realistic, what would you like to, let's say, fast forward 12 months? What would you like to have accomplished with your US real estate investing?
Well, I'd say that realistic, not realistic, since I have this
Magic
this
wand?
thing. Yeah, but I would like to have, I don't know, maybe 4 short-term rentals properties.
Oh, okay.
Some
So you're
other
not looking
business.
at multifamily, you're looking at short-term rental
I
properties
am
first.
looking everything.
Oh, everything. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking everything. But answering your question, in 12 months, if I can accomplish this goal, it would be for at least 4 income properties, short-term rentals, and run an Airbnb there.
Mhm.
Uh, Multifamilies in Ohio and in Florida as well, and another business like a mixed used property.
Nice. All right. Well, you've got a variety of different things that you're interested in, different states that you're looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, there's so many different opportunities. Sometimes it's difficult to kind of pick one to get started with, but
it's
yeah.
true. It's true.
Yeah.
But we will start with with the short-term rentals,
Mhm.
just to have this thing that we are missing out, the cash flow.
Cash flow.
Yeah. So then we can move to other projects, such as the multifamilies and the mixed use property.
So for the short-term rentals, are you thinking about purchasing, or are you thinking about doing arbitrage, or what are you planning on doing for your short-term rentals?
Purchasing.
So probably buying a condominium or a single family home in Florida? Or whatever makes sense?
We are analyzing a couple properties, couple deals and opportunities. I would say that for now, it will be good to have at least 2 condos. If it is 4, right? If it is 4, 2 condos and 2 townhomes.
Okay.
Singles, they are massive. There's a lot of revenue, but the vacancy rate, it's a little bit lower. So you need to, there's a formula. and then you have to analyze what's the best for you at the time. Because
the vacancy rate's higher for the single family homes.
Higher, yes,
higher. Okay,
absolutely,
that
absolutely. And also, in order to have the single home ready for the short-term rental, you need more capital to furnish,
a lot more space to furnish.
Exactly. And theme as well.
Plus, the nice thing with the townhomes and the condominiums is usually there's a common area, so you got the pool and the recreation stuff taken care of.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about that. No, that makes a lot of sense, Rod. Interesting stuff. So yeah. Well, hey, I wish you all the best. I'm sure you'll get it figured out and get those first few properties under your belt. I know I've interviewed a number of people who've done something similar or are doing something similar to what you're up to. So yeah, it's definitely a very, very doable type of a thing. So Rod, hey, time flies when we're having fun. If people want to reach out and connect with you, what should they do?
Well, please connect with me as soon as possible. My Facebook, Rodrigo Araujo, and it's my Instagram as well. So my Instagram is Rolu Real Estate Investment, Instagram, and by there we can chat, and then we can jump in a Zoom call. I'll be extremely happy to connect with everyone.
Fantastic, Rod. Well, thank you for being on the show. This has been a lot of fun.
It was my pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.